buddy? It's Derek Urias with Sports Talent West Texas. And today, guys, I have a special guest with me. I'm honored to do this interview with Tatiana Trotter, an amazing softball player, not just an amazing athlete, but an amazing leader, an amazing athlete at that. Tatiana, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
And I am doing so good. I'm excited for this interview. We talked a little bit before, and we were supposed to do this interview a while back and kind of put it on a little delay, which is my fault. I got all caught up busy, but of course you've been staying busy just being a beast of an athlete. I've been seeing all over Twitter. So just tell me a little bit, how has the season been? How has the work that you've been putting in been going for you? I know you're coming into your senior year. How is it going for you?
It's going pretty good. I recently committed to ASU this summer. And so I think just having that junior year, that it really it was kind of it was a good, how do I say it? It was a good chance to for everyone to see what I could do. And going into the summer, it made me push even more because I just wanted to be committed so bad. And so me knowing that, hey, people recognize what I'm doing and they see how good I am, it gave me a lot more confidence and made me relax more. And so this summer just really helped me out getting committed to ASU.
That's awesome. Hey, well, congratulations on that again. That's good news, exciting news, well earned, of course. And the crazy thing about it is whenever I get on Twitter, once I kind of came out with this business and really people started seeing what I do, I just appreciate you tagging me in all those big moments. I mean, my phone would blow up and it's Tatiana Trotter tagged you in something. And of course I open it up and there you are, just all over the place. And it's amazing to see the work that you put in. Of course, you committing to ASU is well earned, well deserved. And I want to talk to you a little bit about, when did you start playing softball? I mean, how old were you when you started playing softball?
I think I was 4. I think I definitely started playing in T-ball. It was something my mom kind of just threw me in, and she was like, try this and see if you like it. And I just fell in love with it. But I think I was 4 years old. I started sports really, really young. It was something my parents just kind of said, hey, you're going to try this and do your best. So
that's awesome. And you clearly are doing just that. And I also want to talk about, you did, it looks like you did a camp not too long ago. How did that go for you? And how did that feel? Really kind of, you have a lot of young athletes looking up to you. And so how was that experience for you?
It was really special. Me being able to run the camp is completely different from me working a camp or helping someone else run a camp. But for me to do it, it was amazing. Just how the girls came up to me, how they approached me, just how they listened. They just you could tell they wanted to learn, and that it really made my heart feel really good because I saw myself in a lot of them. So it was a great experience all around. I would totally do it again. I think I plan on doing it again. Just once I go to college and come back, I might run some camps and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a great experience. I really enjoyed it.
That's awesome. And so it's a way of, which really goes a long way of giving back to the community and really giving back to those young athletes who look up to you. And there's tons of people who look up to you. And like I said, I'm excited and I'm honored to be able to do this interview with you. And the biggest thing to me is really, I've been filming football. It's been football. But when I started this, I wanted to touch bases with all athletes, guys and girls, every sport. So this is a big thing for me, Tatiana, and I really appreciate it. So again, thank you again for taking time out of your Labor Day, your break to really talk with me today.
No, thank you.
Of course. So look, I want to talk about, we talked a little bit when you messaged me, and I was laughing because I'm like, wow, what have you not accomplished here? So let's talk a little bit about, I was messaging you and you said that you got all district MVP, all city player of the year, South Plains softball player of the year, and Lone Star varsity player of the year. You even had a triple play that was recognized on ESPN. So I'm talking to a superstar right now. I'm starstruck. This is amazing. So talk to me a little bit about how that felt and really everything that was going through your mind when you accepted these awards.
It was indescribable. I honestly thought most of the year I was struggling. So once I got all this stuff, it blew me away because I was like, well, what can I do if I don't think I'm struggling all the time? And so like the triple play, I don't it was so fast. Like I don't even know how I did it. She just hit me the ball and I said, I know my runners are right here. I'm just gonna tag, step, and throw it. And it just happened. And I mean, I walking off the field, I didn't even know what happened. I didn't even know I made a triple play. And my whole team was like, you just did this. And I was like, holy crap, I really just did that. And so just for them to just throw it in my face, like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. And this lady, her name's Cherie, she's been keeping our books for about 22 years. And so she told me that it was the first triple play she'd ever put in her books. And so that was something that was really special to me and that I hold. And just the MVP and the player of the year, it blew me away because I didn't, like I said, I thought I was struggling most of the season. So I didn't know that I was going to get all that stuff, but just to get it, it was just like, you did that and now you just got to go harder and see if you can do it again.
Yeah. And I like what you just said right there. You ended that perfect. You accomplished all of that, but you're not done. You're just getting started, and it's
Yeah.
exciting. It's exciting. And the drive and the ambition is there. I see it. I feel it. And I want to talk to you a little bit about before you're an athlete. And when I talk to everybody about this, before you're an athlete, you're a human. You're just a natural human being. You
Yeah.
live your life. You have a life outside of sports. Okay. So who is Tatiana, and really who are you as a leader on and off that field?
As a leader, I'm just somebody who makes sure everybody around me is okay before I'm okay. Like I want to make sure everybody has what they need and they're doing what they need to do, whether that's on the field or off the field, in the classroom, wherever that is. Like I just want to know that everybody's okay, that needs to be okay, and then I'm okay. And so I think, yes, playing sports does help me just keep that along with me, but that's just who I am in general. I've always been like that. Like with my friends, like I'm always like, hey, do you have something? Do you need this? Like, and as long as they're good, then I'm good. And then that's just how I kind of do it. That's just kind of how I roll. Especially like with my little brother, he's really goofy, but like if he wants to play video games, like, hey, I'm gonna play video games with him, and then I do what I need to do, whether that gets me in trouble with my mom or not. Like I always put people before myself, and not to like sound selfish or anything, but that's just I want to make sure everybody around me is okay before I'm okay. What was the other part of the question?
No, that was it. I mean, who are you as a leader? And you hit it right then and there. To me, you are a selfless leader, which, in putting people before ourselves, sometimes we can feel like, it may be a good thing, maybe a bad thing, but for you, what it sounds like is you're on the right track, putting people before yourself on and off the field, whether it's your family or your teammates. It's going to take you a long way, especially being that selfless leader on the team, on the softball team, making sure everybody's good, making sure if they need help with anything, holding them accountable. It's what it seems like you do. And I can tell, like I said, again, that ambition, the drive that you have for that sport, not just for the sport, but for the team. And it's just amazing to see. So you hit that right on the money. So the next question I want to ask is my favorite question to ask, is as far as a mentor or a hero, who has been your biggest inspiration when it comes to sports and life in general?
That's a really hard question, but since I was little, I've always looked up to Adrian Beltre, just as a baseball player. He's so funny on the field. He makes everybody laugh around him, and just the way he played the game, I was always inspired by it. And so, as like on the field, that's kind of who I think I would look up to, or who I would say I look up to. As an inspiration, I'm sure everybody says this, but I think it's just my parents. They do so much, and I don't even know how they do it. And so, for me to push and get where I want to be, it's just something that I feel like I have to do. And like just seeing how hard my parents go 24/7, it's just I know that I need to repay them in a way. So this is my way of doing it, I guess.
That's good. And they're, that right there is awesome. And they're gonna be your biggest, I'm sure they're your biggest fans. They're proud of you. We're all proud of you. You're making West Texas proud, of course. And that's good. I mean, you have, and whenever I ask for your inspiration, your hero, there can be more than one hero, more than one inspiration, and that's amazing. So you have your inspiration when you're on the field. When you're off the field, it's your parents, but I'm sure they still inspire you when you play the sport as well. And so I really just want to talk some more about this season. What do you feel like? You've obviously put a lot of hard work, and that never stops with you, and I can tell. So what do you feel like you have to do to help your team be successful this season? It's your senior year. What do you feel like you have to do to help them be successful?
I think I just need to let them know that, like, I have their back. And so whether that's, whenever they're having a bad day and they can't just seem to get out of it, just like, it just needs to be a simple conversation like, hey, you can do this. You put in all this work, just relax and have fun with it. And I think it's really just being the backbone for my team, which I know it sounds like a lot, but I mean, just constantly talking and constantly making people laugh and letting them know, like, hey, I have your back. Like, if you mess up, that's okay. Like, we'll get the next one. Like, as long as I do that, and I hold everyone accountable, like you said, because accountability is so big to me. And like, as long as you're doing your part and I'm doing my part, I know that we're going to succeed. Because I don't think anyone's better than anyone. Like, I know that I can be anyone on any day at any time. And that's just how softball works. That's how the game works. Anyone can be anyone on any day at any time. And so as long as they know, like, hey, we have a chance in this, as long as you do your part and we work together, like, we're going to be completely fine. And so I think it's just being that backbone and just letting them know, like, we got this, and just building that bond in a way.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Man, you are hitting these questions right on the money. Right on the money. And it's awesome. And that's really one of my favorite questions to ask. And like I said, I'm excited. I'm really excited to keep seeing those posts coming through, seeing you tagging me and everything, showing. I'm gonna show these guys that Tatiana outworks them. I'm gonna show these male athletes that you work, that you really do. And I talked to some of these guys, and I'm gonna give them a hard time and be like, man, this interview was way better than yours. But it's all love though. Again, I really just, I'm excited. I'm excited for you and what the future holds. And so I really want to ask you, before we end this interview, my favorite thing that I like to do is you have plenty of people looking up to you, the whole West Texas, further than the West Texas, looking up to you. You've made an impact in these younger girls' lives, whether you believe it or not, when you did that camp. So what is some advice that you would give to really guys and girls, athletes? But I want to say, what is some advice you would give to those little girls that want to play sports, that might not have the confidence? What's that advice you would give to them?
That if you want it, you'll work for it and you'll get it. And that as long as it's hard to put 110% into every single day. But as long as you get 1% better every single day, that means that in however many days, you'll be that much better than you were before. And so it's just starting somewhere. And I think that's where my advice would be, is just, hey, just start and do it, and you'll fall in love with it. And I mean, that's what happened to me, and here I am. I mean, it doesn't stop. So I think that's my advice.
That's awesome. That's exciting. You know what, Tatiana, I really do appreciate you. Again, great advice. I see the sign behind you. Be the player their coach warned them about. So
yes,
that's
sir.
you. That's you when you step on the field, isn't it?
Yes,
everybody,
sir.
Everybody, this is Derek Uris, Sports Talent West Texas. Today, I had the honor, the privilege of talking to a superstar, a celebrity of the West Texas, Tatiana Trotter. Don't forget her name. She's big in the West Texas, committed to ASU. Can't wait to see her do big things in the future. Tatiana, again, thank you so much for blessing me with this interview. This is just the beginning. This is not the last time we're going to talk together. So thank you again, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.